Nothing prepares a man for the moment his world crumbles. 1 second, everything is in place: career, love, security. Then, in an instant, it collapses. That moment arrived when I sat across from Sophia at our candle-lit dinner table, the aroma of her favorite pasta lingering in the air, and whispered the words that shattered everything. "I lost my job today." She paused, fork hovering mid-air, her blue eyes locking onto mine. "What?" I swallowed, my throat tight. "They let me go. Downsizing. Budget cuts." The silence stretched between us, thick and suffocating. Then, slowly, she placed her fork down, dabbing the corners of her lips with a napkin. Her expression, once soft and loving, hardened into something unrecognizable. "You're joking," she said, her tone laced with something cold. I shook my head. She exhaled sharply. "How could this happen? We have expenses, Daniel. Mortgage, vacations, dinners, shopping. You promised stability." Her words stung more than the job loss itself. I expected support, reassurance, maybe even a simple "we'll figure it out together." Instead, I was met with pure disappointment. "I still have savings," I reasoned, reaching for her hand. "We can adjust until I find something else." She pulled away as if my touch burned. "Adjust? You mean downgrade?" "I didn't marry you to struggle, Daniel." My chest tightened. "I thought you married me because you loved me." She looked away, tapping her manicured nails against the table. "Love isn't enough." The finality in her voice sent a chill through me. I leaned back, staring at her as if seeing her for the first time. "Are you saying you want out?" Her lips parted slightly, hesitation flickering across her face before she sighed. "I'm saying I need stability. I can't live with uncertainty." Anger flared in my gut. "So, when things are good, I'm the perfect husband, but the moment life throws a challenge, I'm disposable?" She didn't answer. That was answer enough. I pushed my chair back, the legs screeching against the floor. "Wow. Just wow." Her gaze remained steady. "We both deserve happiness, Daniel. You'll find someone better suited for your new situation." A hollow laugh escaped me. Unbelievable. I should have seen the signs. Her obsession with appearances, the subtle complaints about my job not being big enough, her fixation on material things. Love wasn't the foundation of our marriage. It was money. And without it, I was nothing to her. The next morning, she handed me the divorce papers. I barely had time to process the betrayal before she packed her designer bags and left, humming to herself as if she hadn't just shattered the life we built together. She didn't shed a tear. Didn't hesitate. I watched from the doorway as she tossed her luggage into a sleek black car. A man sat behind the wheel, sunglasses hiding his expression. He didn't need to remove them. I already knew who he was. Liam Carter. A successful businessman. A man with money. So, that was it. She had already moved on before I even had time to breathe. I clenched my jaw, my nails digging into my palm. She thought I was broken. She thought I had nothing left. What she didn't know. I had more than she could ever imagine. And I wasn't done yet. Sophia believed she had everything figured out, leaving me the moment my financial stability wavered, running into the arms of a wealthier man without hesitation. What she didn't know was the truth I kept hidden. I wasn't broke. Far from it. A week before my termination, I finalized a lucrative business deal, one that left me with a multi-million-dollar payout. The company had wanted to part ways with senior employees, but instead of taking a severance package like the others, I negotiated a contract that handed me a silent ownership stake in one of their most profitable ventures. Sophia never asked about my finances when she walked out. She assumed losing my job meant losing everything. She never cared about me, just the security I provided. And now she was gone. Good. I intended to enjoy my newfound freedom. A chance encounter. The night air was thick with energy as I stepped into one of the city's most exclusive lounges. Golden chandeliers cast a warm glow over the red velvet booths, the air filled with the clinking of glasses and smooth jazz. I needed a distraction. a break from the anger simmering beneath my skin. Then I saw her. She stood near the bar, her deep auburn hair cascading down her bare shoulders, emerald eyes flickering with mischief as she swirled a glass of whiskey between her fingers. A red dress hugged her curves perfectly, exuding confidence, power, and something far more dangerous, temptation. She caught me staring and smirked. Bold. Intrigued, I made my way over. "Can I buy you a drink?" I asked, leaning against the bar. She turned, eyeing me with interest. "That depends. Are you planning to impress me, or are you just looking for company?" I chuckled. "Why can't it be both?" She tapped a manicured finger against her glass. "All right, let's see what you've got, stranger." "Daniel." "Serena," she said, tilting her head. "So, Daniel, what's your story?" For a moment I debated telling her the truth, that my wife had discarded me like old furniture. But I wasn't about to let Sophia control another moment of my life. Instead, I smiled. "Let's just say I'm starting fresh." Her eyes gleamed. "Fresh starts are exciting. Unpredictable. Unpredictable can be dangerous." She leaned in slightly, her scent intoxicating. "Danger keeps life interesting." I liked her already. Lust in the shadows. One drink turned into two. Two turned into a heated conversation, filled with teasing remarks and stolen glances. The attraction between us crackled like fire, neither of us bothering to hide it. "Let's get out of here," she murmured, her voice a sultry whisper against my ear. I didn't hesitate. We stepped into the night, the city humming around us. I hailed a cab, and within minutes, we stumbled into my penthouse suite, lips crashing together in a desperate frenzy. Clothes hit the floor. Hands explored, traced, claimed. She was a force of nature, wild, uninhibited, intoxicating. I let go of everything, Sophia's betrayal, the bitterness, the anger. For the first time in weeks, I wasn't thinking. I was feeling. And it felt damn good. A new obsession. Morning light streamed through the curtains, casting a golden glow over Serena's bare skin. I watched her sleep, her soft breaths mingling with the lingering scent of whiskey and passion. Something about her was different. She wasn't just another fleeting distraction. She was a storm, unpredictable, consuming, and completely exhilarating. I wanted more. And I always got what I wanted. Serena wasn't just another woman in my bed. She was different, bold, untamed, unafraid to challenge me. After Sophia's betrayal, I had no intention of falling into another trap of attachment, but Serena was making it hard to keep my distance. She was intoxicating, her presence lingering in my thoughts long after she left my penthouse that morning. I had barely poured myself a coffee when my phone buzzed. "Serena, still thinking about last night?" A smirk tugged at my lips. "Me, not at all. Completely forgot about you." Her response came instantly. "Serena, liar." "Damn right. An unexpected encounter." Later that evening, I arrived at an exclusive gala, a networking event filled with billionaires, investors, and socialites. The air buzzed with expensive cologne and whispers of high-stake deals. I navigated through the crowd, shaking hands, nodding at familiar faces, until I saw her. Sophia. Draped in an elegant silver gown, she clung to Liam Carter's arm like a trophy. She was smiling, fake, polished, empty. The same way she had smiled at me before she walked out. She hadn't noticed me yet. Good. I wasn't in the mood for her arrogance. Turning away, I made my way toward the bar, only to freeze when I spotted someone else. Serena. Dressed in a deep emerald gown that hugged her body in all the right places, she held a glass of champagne, effortlessly poised. But it wasn't just her presence that caught me off guard, it was the way Liam Carter leaned in, whispering something in her ear. My jaw tightened. What the hell was this? She looked up, locked eyes with me, and smirked. A slow, deliberate smirk. As if she knew exactly what she was doing. The truth comes out. I approached, keeping my expression unreadable. Small world. Serena turned, her green eyes glinting with amusement. Isn't it? Liam barely spared me a glance. Ah, Daniel. Didn't know you'd be here. I tend to show up in places I belong, I said smoothly, eyes never leaving Serena. Didn't expect to see you two together. Serena tilted her head. Oh, Liam and I go way back. Business acquaintances, you could say. Acquaintances, right. I clenched my fist, keeping my temper in check. That's so. Liam chuckled, oblivious. Serena is quite the businesswoman. She knows how to get what she wants. I bet she did. Serena met my gaze, something unreadable flashing in her eyes. Always. This wasn't coincidence. Serena knew Liam, which meant she knew Sophia. And that changed everything. Temptation and power. The night dragged on, conversations blurring as I tried to piece everything together. Why had Serena sought me out? Was she using me for some kind of twisted game? I finally found her on the balcony, overlooking the city skyline, a sly smile playing on her lips. You should have told me you knew Liam, I said, stepping beside her. She sipped her champagne. Would it have changed anything? Maybe. She turned, mischief dancing in her emerald gaze. Tell me, Daniel, does it bother you that I know him? I studied her carefully. Should it? She took a slow step closer, her scent intoxicating. You don't strike me as the type of man who likes to share. I wasn't, and she damn well knew it. Before I could respond, she leaned in, her lips grazing my ear. Then make me yours. Her words sent a bolt of heat through me. Screw logic. Screw the past. In that moment, all I wanted was her. And I always got what I wanted. You said. Serena's challenge echoed in my mind long after she whispered those words. She wasn't just another conquest. She was dangerous, unpredictable, and playing a game I didn't fully understand. But I wasn't about to let her win. Not yet. I pulled her flush against me, my grip firm around her waist. You like playing games, don't you? Her lips curled into a smirk. Only with men who can keep up. Oh, I could keep up. My fingers trailed along her spine, sending a shiver through her body. Then let's play. Sophia's mistake. The night after the gala, I received a message. Sophia, we need to talk. I almost laughed. Now she wanted to talk? Out of curiosity, I agreed. We met at an upscale cafe, the kind she used to insist we frequent. She looked flawless as always, polished, poised, a woman who thought she still had control. She folded her hands on the table, her nails tapping against the marble surface. Daniel, I think we were too hasty with the divorce. I raised a brow. We. She sighed, as if I was the one being difficult. I let my emotions get the best of me. But we had something good, didn't we? I leaned back, amused. By something good, do you mean my money? Her jaw tightened. That's not fair. I chuckled. No, Sophia. What's not fair is that you threw me away the second I lost my job. And now that I'm not struggling, you suddenly regret it. Her expression faltered. She hadn't expected me to know. You thought I was broke, I continued, voice laced with mockery. That's why you ran to Liam. But guess what? I'm wealthier than I ever was. Her lips parted in shock. I leaned forward, lowering my voice. And here's the best part. You left me for his money, but Serena? She's playing him. Just like you played me. Realization dawned in her eyes. Serena? I smirked. That's right. She's not just some woman I met at a bar. She knows exactly who you are. And unlike you, she's smart. Sophia's breath hitched. You're lying. Am I? I tilted my head. Think about it. She's been close to Liam for years, but he's never truly had her. She's been waiting. And now, she has me. You lost twice, Sophia. She paled, her confidence crumbling. You're making a mistake. She's... I stood, tossing a few bills onto the table. No, Sophia. You made the mistake. And now, you get to live with it. I walked away, leaving her staring after me, her perfect little world crashing down. Serena's final move. That evening, I found Serena waiting for me in my penthouse, dressed in nothing but one of my shirts, a glass of wine in hand. You had fun with Sophia? She asked, amusement flickering in her gaze. I smirked. She knows. Serena sipped her wine. Good. I crossed the room, pulling her against me. You played them both, didn't you? She met my gaze, completely unrepentant. And you let me. Damn right I did. I crushed my lips against hers, pouring every ounce of satisfaction, lust, and power into the kiss. She moaned against me, nails digging into my back. This wasn't just about revenge anymore. This was about us. Two people who had been wronged. Two people who refused to lose. And together, we were unstoppable.